first time in Mexico. That's always been my dream to fight there in Mexico City. And for them to be the first ones, I mean, it was hard to watch that.
Fabricio Werdum won the interim title with a spectacular second-round knockout of Mark Hunt. He showed the world that he's not just capable of winning by submission, but he can also knock out one of the best strikers to ever compete in the UFC's heavyweight division.
The whole interim belt thing, I didn't care if it was the interim belt or the real belt. Just as long as when I come back on my return, I get to fight again for that belt. Going into this fight, you know, I don't feel like I need to make a statement, you know. I know what to do out there. Just have to go out there and do it. I think my stand-up is better than his. I feel like if we go to the ground, I can expose my offense to him and, you know, kind of do what I want with him also.
La motivación que tengo ahora es claro que ser el campeón ahí para demostrar al mundo, porque sabemos que Cain Velasquez no pelea de hace casi 2 años.
Fabricio Werdum will without a doubt be the best grappler Cain Velasquez has ever faced in his career. His defensive guard and his offensive guard may be his keys to victory in this fight.
Lo que tengo de, a lo mejor puede ser especial el corazón, no quiero ser uno más, yo quiero ser el mejor del mundo.
We're both trying to win, you know. He wants something that I have, and I'm trying to keep what I have.
Y solo puede haber un campeón, y ese campeón soy yo.
Fabricio is a tough guy. I can't look past him. Every fighter has the confidence going in that they will win. It's my job to show him that he can do that.
It was right here in Mexico City that Fabricio Werdum earned himself the interim championship. He is a King's MMA. He has now been there over 7 years. And the evolution of his striking game, of his striking arsenal under the great professor Rafael Cordero is why this man is a huge threat to Cain Velasquez tonight.
Rafael Cordero really has transformed him into a complete MMA fighter. And the same can be said of his work with lightweight champion Rafael dos Anjos. I mean, Rafael Cordero is just a magnificent coach, but Fabricio Werdum is an outstanding student as well. When you talk about jiu-jitsu, when you talk about the heavyweight division, in my mind, he's the best. I don't think there's been a better Brazilian jiu-jitsu practitioner to ever compete in the octagon. His guard is legendary. His ability to avoid ground and pound, I think, is a very important facet in this fight. Ryan Parsons told me that when they had King Mo training with Fabricio Werdum, he said none of their ground and pound work. He said his hips are so good. He's so good at utilizing his feet to control the other person's posture and hips. He said he's just really on another level when it comes to his ability to fight off his back.
Joe, it was 5 years ago. Fedor Emelianenko was 31-1. His only loss was to TK, that controversial elbow. Fedor was on a 27-fight win streak. And in 69 seconds, Fabricio Werdum submitted him.
Well, Fedor made that mistake. He overestimated his ability to defend against one of the best Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu artists, really, ever in the heavyweight division. Fabricio's guard is something really, truly special. What Cain has that's really truly special is everything. Fabricio's main hope to win this fight is his jiu-jitsu, but he proved in the Mark Hunt fight, and he proved in the Travis Brown fight, that he has very good striking as well, and he's a danger there as much as any heavyweight in the world.
Fabricio Werdum, the UFC interim heavyweight champ. The champ returns tonight for the first time since completing the trilogy with Junior Dos Santos in Houston in October of 2013. Cain Velasquez looking to become the first heavyweight champion to defend the belt 3 consecutive times, Joe, in UFC history.
Cain Velasquez is different than any heavyweight I've ever seen compete ever. And one of the big things that separates him from everyone else is his movement. He moves like a much, much lighter man. His endurance is just ridiculous. He doesn't get tired like bigger men do. He can keep a ridiculous pace. He fights much faster and much looser than most heavyweights do. It's almost like he's not bound by gravity the way most of the heavyweights are.
Crazy Bob Cook, Javier Mendez, his training team. It's often said, there's DC, his good buddy. You wear your heart on your sleeve. He wears his pride on his body.
It's very important that he has Daniel Cormier also in his corner. As much as it's important to Daniel Cormier to have Cain in his corner, they sharpen each other. Iron sharpens iron, and those 2 men go at it. And I've seen some of their training sessions. I've watched some videos, and it's just, they're having wild, crazy fights. 2 of the very best fighters in the world, and they're going head-to-head.
Cain Velasquez steps into the BetChris.com prep point, BetChris.com, where you can bet before and during the fight. Daniel Cormier said, there is nobody in the world like this guy. There's Cain, and then there is everyone else.
That is very true in his movement and in his cardio. It's very, very difficult to find someone, virtually impossible, to emulate him. Other than DC, who can you find that can do what Cain can do to emulate that in training? That said, Fabricio Werdum's Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is equally difficult to emulate. Trying to find someone who's a heavyweight that has the type of guard that Fabricio has, almost unprecedented.
Our tale of the tape for this, our main event of the evening, is brought to you by Doritos. For the bull, Velasquez 32, Werdum, the Brazilian, 5 years his elder. 242 for Cain, 236 for Fabricio. Reach is identical. Here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. Presented by Bud Light, the perfect beer for whatever happens. Sanctioned by Consejo Latino Americano de Artes Marciales Mixtas. Presidente Sergio Jimenez. Our 3 judges scoring this contest on the octagon side are Richard Michon, Marcos Rosales, and Cardo Urso. And when the action begins, our referee in charge of the octagon, Herb Dean. This bout is sponsored by Doritos for the Bold, Metro PCS, where you can get unlimited data, talk, and text on the nationwide T-Mobile network for just $30, period. Cinemax, La Magia del Cine. And now, damas y caballeros, this is the moment UFC fans watching around the world have been waiting for, as there can only be one champion. Live from the sold-out Mexico City Arena in Mexico City, Mexico. Heavyweight Championship of the World. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a mixed martial artist holding a professional record, 19 wins, 5 losses, 1 draw. He stands tall, weighing in at 236 pounds. Fighting out of Los Angeles, California, USA, by way of Porto Alegre, Brazil, presenting the 3-time World Jiu-Jitsu Champion and the interim UFC Heavyweight Champion, Fabricio Werdum! And now, interim champion, fighting out of the red corner, a wrestler and a kickboxer, holding a professional record, 13 wins, 1 loss. He stands 6 feet 1 and 1/2 inches tall, weighing in at 242 pounds. Fighting out of San Jose, California, USA, presenting the reigning, defending UFC Heavyweight Champion of the World, Cain Velasquez!
All right, gentlemen, we've been over the rules. Protect yourself at all times. Follow my instructions. We're gonna have a clean fight. Touch gloves and let's do this.
Wow, no touch. Velasquez versus Werdum is the 3rd title unification bout in UFC history. UFC 100, Lesnar-Mir, UFC 116, Lesnar-Carwin tonight. Velasquez and Werdum. Ready, good. Here we go. Tonight's Fight Club is brought to you by Bud Light, the perfect beer for whatever happens. They come out swinging.
Fabricio Werdum standing right in the pocket with Cain. Cain wanting to have nothing to do with going to the ground with Fabricio.
Cain catches him with the left again. What a pace early by the champion. Good clinch by Fabricio Werdum.
Good right hand over the top by Cain.
Big knee.
Constant pressure by Cain.
Velasquez out nearly 20 months. They love Werdum at UFC 180, but it's all about Velasquez tonight.
Yeah, the people that were cheering him are booing him now. It's
Right?
weird. I think he didn't expect that either at the weigh-ins. He's been talking Spanish for a month now.
Yeah, he's been living out here for a couple of months again to deal with the altitude. They work in close range.
And this is the type of pressure that Cain puts on guys that just saps their will, saps their endurance. He's cut. Cain's cut. The left eye. Something happened. He's touching it. There's a kick.
Werdum again wants to work that clinch.
There's a takedown. But
Side.
let's see what Fabricio Werdum can do off of his back. He's got to control Cain's body, though, in order to do anything. And Cain does not let him. Gets right back up.
And he had side control, Joe.
Well, those are golden opportunities for Fabricio. Even though Cain had side control, at least they're grappling. And Cain's just kicking those legs.
Fabricio Werdum. Cain Velasquez's corner. There's DC, Crazy Bob Cook, Javier Mendez.
Hands up!
Good jab by Fabricio. And good right hand. Oh, they're
They're
exchanging.
both connecting, Joe.
Oh!
Cain connected 2 or 3 times that time. Uppercut.
Volume by Cain. Just constant work.
Dirty boxing.
Rafael Cordero is right behind Fabricio screaming, but this crowd is so loud, I don't think he can hear him. Look at this. Fabricio takes Cain down.
Midway point of the first round.
Big knee by Fabricio.
Werdum 3-0 in 5-round fights. Tonight, his 4th. Total strikes thus far.
Fabricio briefly took Cain to the ground. But what a golden opportunity that is.
39-10 for Velasquez.
One possible option that we may Fabricio is pulling guard from the clinch.
Werdum with the longest active win streak in the heavyweight division, 5 straight victories. Inside.
Good inside leg kick, very
right
nice.
off the hands of Cain Velasquez, Joe, as a counter. Heavy uppercut.
Nice leg kick by Cain.
Werdum. Oh, that
Boy,
one
this
connected.
is a pace. Good jab by
Man.
Fabricio.
Switching back and forth with his stance. Good kick by Velasquez.
And good right hand by Fabricio.
Fabricio's right in his face here.
Cain is doing a great job of landing those leg kicks in these exchanges, Mike, and they will pay off as this fight goes on. But Fabricio Werdum is doing very well in these exchanges. Cain's cut. Oh, nice
uppercuts. 2 of them, Joe.
And good right hand by Fabricio.
Take away the first Junior Dos Santos fight, and Cain really hasn't even lost a round in his career. Werdum would like to do that right here.
He dumped him into the guard, though. Let's see if Fabricio can get anything done. He's got to be exhausted now.
And
After
Cain
4+
steps
minutes
away
of
again,
fighting,
Joe.
yeah.
30 seconds. Tough to keep a big pace when you're a big guy at 7,832 feet.
Good front kick to the body by Fabricio. He's used that several times.
15 seconds.
Good right hand by Fabricio. Good jab.
Cain's all kinds of bloodied up.
Good uppercut by Cain.
This might be the most battered Cain Velasquez has been in a single
Nice
round.
inside leg kick by Fabricio, rather. Wow.
You don't see that very often, Joe.
Very rarely see him that bloody. And here's a nice exchange. Look at this combination here.
I need you working angles, buddy. I need you on the angles. You're staying in front of them too long. Hey, what are you gonna do for me? What are you gonna do for me?
Javier Mendez.
Work angles. Work angles. Work angles, right?
A little more footwork and go more to the body.
I want
Crazy
angles.
vodka.
I want angles.
Nice work. Beautiful work.
Another thing to consider, Mike, is it's been 2 years since we've seen Cain in the octagon. That's a long time to be inactive.
602 days.
You let him one. So now you tell his head, there's nothing you didn't see it before.
Rafael Cordero translated.
You get it right for yourself. Let him work, then you go pick it apart. Use your level.
Joe, that first
Use
round has to be a confidence-building first round for Werdum to be able to be as effective as he was against Velasquez.
Absolutely, and Cain Velasquez is breathing hard.
Big time.
For him, this is the first time he's fought at this altitude. Fabricio has already fought here before. Another thing to consider is Cain did not spend a lot of time up here.
Right, and as I mentioned, Fabricio has lived here for months, Joe.
Nice jab by Fabricio. And the leg kicks of Cain.
Interim champ in the red.
Oh, good
Heavyweight
left hook.
champ in the black. Pushing forward, body kick. Head kick.
Fabricio Werdum is holding his own in these exchanges, and that is huge. Cain constantly pressing forward, and those leg kicks, that was a thunderous leg kick, and another one by Cain. Fabricio's got to start checking these.
Velasquez by 7. Insignificant head strikes. Aaron Simpson, who coached Cain Velasquez at Arizona State in wrestling, said he's a quiet kid who did everything on work ethic.
Good uppercut by Fabricio. Right hand grazed him by Cain. Cain constantly pressing forward. And this is his style.
Yep.
This is his kind of fight.
This is the grinding work ethic that he displayed during his collegiate wrestling days at ASU.
Fabricio is landing more punches on Cain than perhaps anyone since Junior Dos Santos.
And
look
the
at
win
Cain's
over
face.
Junior was in 69 seconds.
There's another one. Another beautiful one. The win that Junior had off of him.
Right,
But the other
absolutely.
2 fights, Junior held his own in many exchanges, but this is probably the best anybody has done for a prolonged period of time. Big kick to the
Absolutely.
body.
That first round may be the best ever against Velasquez.
Other than the first round, he tagged him.
Yep. Oh, another right hand.
Cain is in trouble, Mike.
Werdum pushing forward.
Several times he's been wobbled. There he gets
again.
He got wobbled again. Look at this. Fabricio spun him around.
Cain looks tired.
Fabricio has said something about the altitude. That Cain is not prepared for this altitude. Beautiful leg kick by Cain there.
The altitude or the output of Fabricio Werdum.
Check that one. But Cain never stops working. I mean, his output is legendary. Even if you think he's tired, even if he gets rocked and hurt, he never stops.
Just past the midway point of round 2.
Fabricio blinking like he got poked in that left eye.
Shakes it off. 8 left. Velasquez punches are coming from down by his waist.
That leg kick again. Always finishes those combinations with that leg kick. Another strong right hand by Fabricio.
And good hips. Uppercut.
Uppercut.
Mixing
knee
it up.
up the middle.
A knee is how he finished Mark Hunt.
I've never seen Cain this wobbly. I mean, it really looks like he is struggling with his endurance. Look at this. Controlling the neck.
A long time, Joe.
Not just that, I think the altitude is playing a big factor here. And I think he may have underestimated its effect.
Of course, he trains in San Jose, California.
At sea level.
Yes. Look at the numbers.
Look at that. Look at his exchanges. Look at this. Forget the numbers. When Fabricio is landing the shots, Cain is wobbling. When Cain is landing, Fabricio's eating it or moving away from them. And this is something that we haven't seen in a long time. I mean, really, the Junior Dos Santos fight was that one big haymaker that took him out.
Exactly.
But in the other exchanges, his chin has been rock solid. A nice inside leg kick by Fabricio. Good right hand by Fabricio.
And he follows it with the left.
And another right. Beautiful combinations.
Fabricio very disciplined.
Look at this.
Very disciplined.
Right hand, he's wobbled.
Highly accurate. Looking for the hole.
But again, that leg kick. Oh, look at another
right through it.
That leg kick may come into play later.
Oh, he got rocked with the uppercut. He's hurt. 15 seconds.
Rafael Cordero is screaming at Fabricio.
Huge uppercut landed. Final seconds of the round. Wow.
Beautiful jab. Fabricio Werdum. Wow. A bloody and wobbly Cain Velasquez goes back to his corner.
Huge uppercut.
We gotta make you think about everything, buddy. We gotta take him down. I want him down.
Hey, this is not a fucking stand-up fight. This makes you think about everything. Look up, so set your work on it. Listen to me.
Get some ice on his back, Bob.
Quero que se complete essa semana.
Pay attention, Fabricio.
Quero que se complete.
I want you to finish.
Saber os tiros que fazem.
You gotta kick. You gotta kick his ribs. He's feeling it. He's feeling it. He's dropping his body, so you gotta kick.
Let's take a look at some of the amazing action in this round. Here's a right hand that hurt him. Look at this beautiful right hand over the top by Fabricio. Jab behind it, snapped his head back. Look at this uppercut. And check out this knee. Right to the chin of Cain Velasquez. Cain wobbled.
Come here, hurry up, come on.
Wobbled and exhausted at the end of that round.
Doctor's going to take a look at Cain Velasquez.
¿Puedes continuar? ¿Puedes continuar?
All right, he's good. Okay, come on.
Wow. 6th time Cain has been scheduled for 5. He's gone the distance once.
And still big, deep breaths from Cain Velasquez. And Fabricio looks fresh.
Round 3. You heard the corner of Velasquez calling for the takedown. We need to take him down.
And that's something we did not expect. We thought that they would try to avoid the ground as much as possible, considering how good Fabricio's jiu-jitsu is. Look at this! Fabricio almost rolled him over.
Let's see if Cain steps away again, Joe.
You got to be very careful here.
Just missed with that up kick. Werdum.
And Werdum back up to his feet. Werdum looking to grab a hold of that wrist and pull Cain into his guard.
Werdum looking to become the new baddest man on the planet. Again, snapping back the head of Cain Velasquez. Junior Dos Santos, the only man to ever defeat Velasquez.
There's something about Cain tonight that looks particularly labored in the way he's thrown. Oh, head kick. Stiffened him up. He might have hurt Fabricio with that head kick.
Powering through.
Guillotine.
A lot of time left.
Guillotine.
Werdum working it. Can he lock it in here?
It's hard to tell where his hands are clasped. He doesn't have it.
Got the knee to connect, though. And more punches. And another knee. The knee finished Marcotte. Right here in this building. Hands up high for Werdum, down low for Velasquez. Switch. They split
Another
punches.
hard right hand by Fabricio. And Cain swollen and bloody.
We've never seen Cain look like that.
Guillotine, guillotine.
Looking to lock it in. Can he get it?
He stopped it.
It is all over. It is all over. Fabricio Werdum is the undisputed UFC heavyweight champion. Wow.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. What a performance by Fabricio Werdum. And to catch him with the guillotine after battering him with exchanges on the feet, man, and his corner called for the takedown.
Werdum the first to submit Fedor. Werdum the first to submit Cain Velasquez.
Submit him after a spectacular performance.
Fight replay brought to you by Bud Light. The perfect beer for whatever happens.
And this is what we had said, that very few people on the planet have the jiu-jitsu skill of Fabricio Werdum in the heavyweight division. Look how he locked that up absolutely perfectly. And Cain was done. Look at this. As soon as he shot, Fabricio immediately slides that right in perfect technique, cranking that neck sideways. Spectacular jiu-jitsu. And the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world is now Fabricio Werdum.
He becomes the 14th undisputed champion in UFC heavyweight history. Viva Brazil! Fabricio Werdum, 6th straight win. The Pitbull, 6 straight wins. Wow! A decade later, Arlovsky's still in the picture. Tonight belongs to that man, Fabricio Werdum. Here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 13 seconds of round number 3, declaring the winner by tap out due to a guillotine choke. And now, the undisputed UFC heavyweight champion of the world, Fabricio Werdum.
Look at Rafael Cordero on the back. Here's Joe. Look at Hoffy.
The undisputed UFC heavyweight champion of the world, Fabricio Werdum. How good does that sound?
You wanna Spanish, Portuguese or English?
Let's start it with Spanish. We're in Mexico.
Yo quisiera agradecer a todos, como todos respetaban a Cain Velasquez, yo les respeto. Y quisiera agradecer a mi país, Brasil, a toda Latinoamérica que vino a verme, a mi equipo, De verdad que a mi familia estoy muy contento. Una pelea durísima, seguramente vamos a tener una revancha, Cain y yo.
In English?
I just say thank you for everybody. I'm very happy. I just say thank you for my country, Brazil, and my team. I just myself is so hard. I have the best team in the world.
What people thought coming into this fight was that your best chance of winning would be your jiu-jitsu. That proved to be how you won this fight, but the reason why he took you down was because of your striking. How good does that make you feel to know that your progress with Rafael Cordero has gone so far? Oh, let me get the translator.
Yo he tenido muy buena estrategia. Para quien no sabe que está aquí conmigo, yo vine 35 días antes. Yo extraño a mi familia muchísimo, a mis dos hijas, y estuve aquí porque tengo un objetivo. Solo quisiera a todos vosotros que cuando tenéis un objetivo, seguir adelante. I just say, I'm here for 34 days because altitude is very hard, and I have a good strategy, and I just have a big dream. I got it today.
You had a big dream and a big payoff. Please take a look at the big screen. Look up here, Fabricio. You can see the screen. Look at some of the beautiful combinations that you landed. Everybody's very excited. But before he took you down, that's beautiful right there. That's best World Championship Jiu-Jitsu.
Yo estaba esperando este momento porque sabía que Cain iba a entrar en mis piernas. Entonces entrené mucho la guillotina para poder acabar la pelea. Sabía que estaba cansado y justamente agarré. I just trained a lot this moment, and I got a guillotine because I trained a long time. I know he go to take down my legs. I just waiting for this moment.
This has been a long road for you, my friend. Please just enjoy this. Thank you very much for a spectacular performance. It was an honor to watch you compete here tonight.
Eu só queria falar em português para a galera do Brasil. Isso aqui é muito importante. Eu represento o Brasil e tenho orgulho de ser gaúcho. Eu sei que o Brasil está de festa hoje e esse treino é para todos vocês. Obrigado, galera. Valeu.
The new heavyweight champion of the world, ladies and gentlemen, Fabricio Werdum.
Vai Cavallo, Fabricio Werdum. What a moment.
All right, I'm here with Cain Velasquez. Cain, before I ask you any questions, please give me your thoughts on the fight.
Perdón a todos ustedes. Un sueño de mío es para pelear aquí y ganar frente de todos ustedes. Mucho perdón que no puede ser, pero es motivación para seguir, entrenar y mejorar todo el tiempo. En la próxima vamos a ganar. Perdón para esta noche.
Can you please say that in English?
Sorry to everyone here. My dream is to fight here and win in front of everyone. I didn't do that tonight, so I'm sorry. Again, that's more motivation for me to keep on getting better, to come back and win that belt back again.
How much of a factor do you think altitude played in this fight, and how much time did you spend here in Mexico City to acclimate?
Might have been a combination. 2 weeks I was out here training before the fight. I guess it wasn't enough.
Can you say that in Spanish, please, and just repeat the question, altitude?
Sí, yo estaba aquí 2 semanas antes de la pelea para entrenar aquí en el altitud. No era, necesita más, tenía que estar aquí más. Y perdón para eso.
I'm sure you'll be back better than ever, and I look forward to seeing you again inside the octagon. Thank you so much. Cain Velasquez, ladies and gentlemen.
A disappointed Cain Velasquez.